And they would be right, because that is leadership. A key part of leadership is precisely the ability to think calmly and clearly under fire. Hence, by training yourself in calming the mind, you become a more effective leader. The second basic benefit of mind training is clarity of mind. With calmness of mind comes clarity. Actually, no. For many beginners, with calmness of mind comes sleepiness. But once you develop the ability to remain calm without necessarily being sleepy, then you get to abide in a delicious state of mind that is calm and clear at the same time. It is like a pot of sediment-filled water left undisturbed for a while. When the water is calm over a period of time, the sediment settles to the bottom and the water becomes clear. Similarly, when the mind is calm over a period of time, some of the noisy mental activity quiets down and the mind becomes clear. The obvious effect of this clarity is increased self-awareness. As the mind clears, so does our perception into the process of emotion, the process of cognition, and the process of self. This strengthens at least two aspects of self-awareness: emotional awareness, where the subtleties of our moment-to-moment experience of emotion become increasingly discernible, and self-assessment, where we consider our own identity, inclinations, resources, and weaknesses with more objectivity. The third basic benefit of mind training is emotional resilience, especially in response to emotional pain. As we will see in Chapter 6, emotional resilience works in 3 steps: attentional, affective, and cognitive. When hit by an episode of emotional pain, first we apply an attentional strategy, temporarily redirecting attention to the breath and the body, and by doing that, calming the mind. By itself, calming the mind solves half the problem on the spot. But that's only the first step. In the second step, the affective step, we manage the emotionality involved. Here, we mindfully and objectively perceive the emotions as they happen in the body. After a while, we may recognize that even these afflictive emotions are merely sensations in the body, and that they are constantly changing, arising, and ceasing over time. We then manage the feelings by treating them with kind friendliness if possible, or, if not possible, at least sitting with them in equanimity. At this point, we arrive at some degree of composure. With the third cognitive step, we gain a broader, wiser, and more compassionate perspective. With a composed mind, we are able to see things in a different light. For example, we take this opportunity to understand ourselves and to grow. If the emotional pain arises from a situation involving other people, we can take this opportunity to understand them and their suffering. If the emotional pain arises from failure, we can figure out how to use it as building blocks for future success, remembering that the Chinese word for crisis suggests both danger and opportunity. In other words, we apply the cognitive step to increasing our wisdom and compassion, and in doing so, reducing the causes of our own future suffering. Mind training enables emotional resilience. In mind training, we practice calming the mind in difficult situations, perceiving the processes of emotion at high resolution, and cultivating compassion and objectivity, thereby strengthening our ability to take all 3 steps when we're faced with emotional pain. Any one of the 3 basic benefits of mind training, mental calm, mental clarity, and emotional resilience, is, by itself, life-changing. And with practice, all meditators can acquire all 3. Without a doubt, meditation changed my life, for the better in case you need to ask. With increasing calmness, clarity, and resilience, I became increasingly capable of overcoming the suffering in my life. Meditation turned out to be the solution to my misery. Honestly, that doesn't suck. And I know it isn't just me. For example, looking back on the time when she ran a startup called Locket, founder and CEO Yoon-Ha Kim describes how the basic benefits of mind training have made a difference for her. I was under a lot of